Illuminated Bible Story Book for Young People by Elizabeth Morton. Printed in the U.S.A., copyright 1927, published by the John C. Winston Company, Chicago, Philadelphia, Toronto. Includes 20 colored illustrations. Today's reading is Elijah fed by the ravens. Ahab was a wicked king who ruled over Israel. He was worse than any of the kings before him, for he did more evil than any of the other kings. Not only did he build a temple to the sun god Baal, but he also married a heathen princess. She brought into Israel many heathen priests from her own country and even ordered that all God's prophets should be killed. God saw all this wickedness, and one day he sent a prophet named Elijah to speak to King Ahab. When Ahab looked up, he saw a strange-looking man standing before him. His clothing was a hairy mantle, and his beard and hair were long and rough. Before King Ahab had a chance to ask Elijah what he wanted, Elijah cried out, "As the Lord God of Israel lives, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew or rain these years, but according to my word." Then Elijah walked out from the presence of Ahab. This was a terrible punishment for the king and all the land, but at first Ahab paid no attention to what Elijah had said. The people went on just the same, worshiping Baal and mocking God. But when some time passed and no dew formed on the ground, then Ahab remembered what Elijah had said. So he sent out men to search everywhere for the strange-looking man that had brought this famine on the land. But they could not find Elijah, for God had sent him away across the Jordan to a hiding place near the brook Cherith. There he lived all alone and drank of the water of the brook, and there every day the ravens brought him food to eat. By and by even the brook Cherith dried up. Perhaps Elijah wondered what he should do then, but God did not forget him. He told him to rise and go to Zarephath, which was a heathen city near the seacoast. There God said, "I have commanded a widow to care for you." So Elijah left the brook Cherith and walked until he reached the city of Zarephath. As he came near the city gate, he saw a poorly dressed woman gathering some sticks. He called to her and said, "Fetch me, I pray, a little water in a vessel that I may drink." As she started to get the water, he asked her to bring him a little piece of bread also. But the poor woman answered, "As the Lord lives, I have not any bread to give you. There is only a handful of meal in the barrel and a little oil in the bottle. Now I am gathering a few sticks to make a fire so that I may bake my last bit of food for myself and my son. When we have eaten, there is nothing more, and we shall die of hunger." "Fear not," said Elijah, "but go and do as you have said. But first make me a little cake and bring it to me, and afterwards make for yourself and your son. For the Lord God of Israel has said that your barrel of meal shall not waste, nor your bottle of oil shall not become empty until the day that the Lord sends rain on the earth." So the woman believed what Elijah had told her and hurried home to do his bidding. When she had made the cake, she found that she had enough left for herself and her son. And every day after that, there was meal in the barrel and oil in the bottle as long as they needed it. One day, the little boy became so ill that he died. The mother hurried to Elijah, carrying her son in her arms, and cried out to him, "O man of God, have you come to punish me in this way?" Elijah was not angry with the poor woman, but said kindly to her, "Give me your son." And he carried the child up to his room and laid him on the bed. Kneeling down, Elijah prayed to the Lord for help, and then he leaned over the child's body 3 times. "O Lord God," he prayed, "I pray thee, let this child's soul come into him again." The Lord heard Elijah's prayer and restored the life of the boy. Then Elijah carried the boy down to his mother. "See," he exclaimed, "your son lives." The widow was very happy when she saw that her boy was alive once more, And she cried out to Elijah, "Now I know that you are a man of God, and that the words of the Lord which you speak are true."